Hello dear students, welcome to Chandu Biology Classes. I hope I am audible. Let me check it once. Hello dear students. Yeah, alright. So in our series of discussion of PYQs pertaining to general aptitude of GATE examination, today we will be discussing 2021 paper. Okay, general aptitude questions of 2021 paper. So let us start, friends. Okay. Have a look at the first question. Have a look at the first question, friend. So 1 to 5, the questions carry 1 mark each. 6 to 10, they carry 2 marks each. Total 15 marks, like you know. So if we talk about this question, see here. Gauri said that, first question, Gauri said that she can play the keyboard dash her sister. So that means they are comparing or whatever, something they have given this question. So as well as better as nicest as versus. Okay, so here it is based on the degrees. So one we have 3 types. Okay, one is positive degree, next is comparative degree, okay, next is superlative degree. So these are the 3 things that we have. Gauri said that she can play the keyboard dash her sister. So if we see here, it is a positive degree. Okay, so if we talk about this, as well as, yeah, let us hold this. This is suits. As better as, this is comparative degree. Okay, as nicest as, this is superlative degree. As versus, again, this is comparative degree. So this is the positive degree. Okay, Gauri said that she can play the keyboard as well as her sister. Not as better as her sister. It is, okay, as well as her sister. She play the keyboard as well as her sister. So option A is the right answer, friends. So this is the right answer to this question. Fine. So let us move to the next question. So this is the question they have given. So what is that they are telling? They are telling that a transparent square sheet is shown in the shown above is folded along the dotted line. Okay, the folded sheet will look like transparent sheet. Okay, they are folding it like this. See, as you can see, they are folding it like this. Where they are folding, you have to see. So they are folding it like this. So what is that we will get? Okay, after folding, what is that we will get? That will be the answer. Okay, that is what we have to find out. Now see, after folding this, this will overlap on this. So this horizontal lines will be there, and this will go and touch the vertical lines like this. So we have to get something like this. This after folding this will come like this. Okay, this will come like this. So what is there in the option? Let us see. So as per this, okay, the only option that is there is this one, option B. Okay, option B is the right answer. So see here, this is going up, this is coming down. This is not the mirror image or water image. Just you are folding it. So horizontal lines will remain as it is. Below that, this vertical lines will come. So this is the right answer, option B. Let us look for other options also. Option B is the right answer. Look at this. All are horizontal lines not possible. They are horizontal or vertical. Left side there are vertical lines. Here it is. Okay, horizontal line is like this, but they have given first vertical, then horizontal. So this is not the answer. So the correct answer is what? The correct answer is option B. Correct answer is option B. Next question. Very nice question. Look at this. What they are telling? If theta is the angle, okay, if theta is the angle in degrees between the longest diagonal of the cube and any of the edges of the cube, then cos theta is what? Longest diagonal of the cube. Longest diagonal of the cube means from bottom corner to the top corner. If I consider this room, that bottom corner to this top corner, the line that we draw, that is the longest diagonal. Okay, that is the longest diagonal of the cube. Suppose if I draw a cube here. Okay. Cos theta is what? We know that it is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse, or I can say this is adjacent side, or I can say this as base by hypotenuse. Correct? No? If I talk about this cube, now see here. If I talk about this cube, now see here, let me use some other color. So this top corner to this slide, the bottom corner, the line which you draw, that is called as what? That is called as the longest diagonal. The longest diagonal or the diagonal of a cube is given by what? The diagonal of a cube is always given by, okay, this you can find out. Either you can find out, better you remember, diagonal of a cube. Diagonal of a square is what? Root 2a. So let the side be a, all the sides be a. This will also be a, this will also be a, this will also be a, this will also be a. Everything will be a. Okay, diagonal of a square is given by root 2 times a. Similarly, if I talk about diagonal of a cube, this is what the longest diagonal. They can ask the longest rod, the longest stick that can be placed on a cube. The answer is what? Root 2 times a is for square. So for diagonal of a cube, it is root 3 times a. Okay, diagonal of cube is given by what? Root 3 times a. Okay, root 3 times a. So this length will become root 3 times a. Okay, so cos theta, this is what hypotenuse. If I consider this as triangle, this hypotenuse. Cos theta is what? Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos theta is, okay, cos theta is adjacent side, that is base into what is that? Hypotenuse, a by root 3a. So what will happen? A cancel, I will get 1 by root 3. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is 1 by root 3, which is option B. 1 by root 3, which is option B, is the right answer to this question, friends. 1 by root 3, which is option B, is the right answer to this question. Clear? Okay, so diagonal of a cube, I am repeating again, diagonal of a cube you have to remember, diagonal of a cube you have to remember, it is root 3 times a. Okay, diagonal of a cube is root 3 times a. So you will get this diagonal of a cube. They are asking cos theta is adjacent side or base by hypotenuse. So this is what? This is hypotenuse itself, this is right angle. Okay, so adjacent side is a by root 3a. So a cancel, I will get 1 by root 3. So the answer is option B, that is 1 by root 3. Clear? Now let us go to the next question. So every time they are asking one algebraic equation, they are asking us to find the value of x. So look at this question, they are asking us to find the value of x. So by looking at it, what you can do, either directly you can expand using a minus b whole square formula, otherwise observe carefully, you can further simplify it. See, this is, if you take it as a square, this is b square. So a square minus b square, I can apply what? I can apply the formula a plus b into a minus b. Correct? I can apply this formula. This is a square. So this will become what? A plus b. So this will become x minus half plus x minus 3 by 2. This is one thing. This is, next is what? Minus b. A is what? X minus half minus x plus 3 by 2. This is what we will have. Okay. Now x and x will have 2x. Okay. Minus 1 minus 3. This will minus 4 by 2. Minus 4 by 2 means it is minus 2. This is 2x minus 2. Okay. This is equal to x plus 2. You have to write it. Okay. 2x minus 2. And here we have x and minus x will cancel. 3 by 2 minus half. That is 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 by 2 is 1. Okay. Write this as 1 will be equal to x plus 2. So we have what? 2x minus 2 is equal to x plus 2. So what will happen? X, if it comes this side, this will become 2x minus x. This will be 2 plus 2. This will become 4. So x will be equal to what? 4. That answer is option B. Okay, you can solve it like this. Use this equation, use this identity, a square minus b square. This will give us this answer. Otherwise, if you expand, it will be a lengthy process. Don't have to do that. So simplified one. This is option B, 4. This 1 mark question, don't have to do too much calculation. You will get option B, 4 is the right answer. Most of the things we are getting option B only. Let us see. Okay, for next question. So this is based on analogy. Minus, very simple question. What? So pen is to write. Okay, pen is to write. Knife is to what? Knife is not to stab. Okay, knife is to cut. Knife is to vegetables. Yeah, you can cut vegetables. Knife is sharp. Okay, first is blunt. They are not asking the characteristic. They are asking the use of it. So knife is to cut. So that is the relation. Okay, that is the relation here. Very simple question. Easy 1 mark. So let us see that these are 2 marks questions. Look at this. They are telling the next, listening to music during improves exercise performance. Yeah. For fiction. Exercise performance, fine, and reduces discomfort. Good. Okay. Scientists research whether listening to music while studying can help students learn better.
Fixed point.
The results were
is given as over fixed point as 10 degree.
Okay. Students who needed external stimulation for studying. Students who needed external
fixed point is 80. Right now,
when what? While studying using music. Okay. Fared was while students who did not need any external stimulation benefited from music. That is, students who needed external stimulation for studying, if they used music, they couldn't perform well or they fared worse. Students who were studying even without external stimulation, if they got music, it became an additional support for them to study better. So that is what they are telling. So based on this, this statement is correct. Inference from the above passage. Listening to music has no effect on learning and a positive effect on physical exercise. Yes, positive effect on physical exercise. You cannot say no effect. Okay, because those students who don't need external stimulation, for them if you give music, it is benefiting them. So this option is wrong. Okay, next is what? Listening to music has a clear positive effect both on physical exercise and on learning. You cannot say, okay, let us hold this option. Listening to music has a clear positive effect on physical exercise. Okay, music has a positive effect on learning only in some students. Yes, only some students. On learning has a clear positive effect on learning. No, you cannot say, because for those students who need external stimulation, for them if you give music, they will focus only on music. Okay, that is what they are telling, failed verse. So this option is wrong. Okay, so this option is wrong. So this is completely correct. Okay, only in some students means that is the students who don't need external stimulation. Okay, so stimulation can be anything. Listening to music has a clear positive effect on learning in all students. No. So extreme statement wrong. Okay, that also you can use. So only option is option C. Clear? So this is how you can go for logical deduction. Such questions you shouldn't get it wrong. Easily 2 marks. A jigsaw puzzle has 2 pieces. One of the pieces is shown above. Which of the following is given option for missing piece when assembled will form a rectangle? Okay, the piece can be moved, rotated or flipped to assemble with the above piece. Okay, so for this, first thing what you have to do, they are telling rectangle. Correct, they are telling rectangle. So let us complete a rectangle here. So what you will do first? So what you can do here? So you can draw a rectangle here like this. Now what you will have? Observe carefully. If you write this here, you will have something like this. Very deep here. Deep here. This is what you have. Okay, this is what you have here. Correct? No? This is what you have. Now if you look at this, they flipped it. Okay, and here one thing is going deep. Another thing is, see here, you are having little curved here. Is there any curved here? There is nothing curved here. So you cannot go with this option. See here, you are having some little curve like this. Like this. Okay, you hold on to this. Or you hold on to this, how much deep it is. If you look at this, this is deep, but here everything is straight. Nothing is curved. What they have done this? So they have tilted it like this. They have tilted it like this. So go for option. Let us see the options here. If you look at this option, see here. If you look at these options, see here, this is curved. Yes. What about this one? Nothing is curved here. Nothing is curved here means, observe carefully. Here it is curved. Yes, it is curved here also. What about this? Here also it is curved.
8.3.
What about this? Here also it is curved like this. Fine. What about this? Everything is straight. Okay, this is wrong. Now out of the remaining options, if you see, yes, it is curved here. Okay, and it is curved here also, and it is curved here also. But okay, see what is the depth here? Here the depth is more. Here the depth is less. It is wrong. Okay, in the figure which we saw, the depth should be more. So let us go back to the figure. Let us go back to the figure for more clarity. One of the option is ruled out. See here, the depth is more. See here, the depth is more. Okay, if you tilt it like this, depth should come nearby here, not here. Okay, now looking at this, this will not be the answer because this has gone this side. Okay, and here look at this, we are having the curve here, fine. So our options are limited to this and this. You cannot go with this. Okay, now if you compare B and C, see here. Okay, here this end, what we are having? We are having the curve. Okay, and here the depth is less. Here this end there is no curve. Here the depth is more. So compare this. Okay, this end the depth is less. This end, what we are comparing? B. Okay, B is ruled out, right? C, we are comparing C. Okay, so here the depth is less. Here the depth is more. So the answer is option D, because the depth should be more as per the given figure. So this is what, based on spatial aptitude, which you have to complete the figure and compare. See, if it is in, everything is in one screen, we can do it very easily. Since we are not having it in one screen, we are not able to do it easily. That's it. Okay. So we will go with which option? Option D. So one of the pattern you have to observe. So this is based on how you observe the pattern. Okay. So the answer is option D. Clear? Got it? So you have to complete the figure. That, and they have to tilt it in various ways which they want. Look at this. So again, ratio based question. Okay, what they are telling? the number of students in 3 classes are in the ratio 3:13:6. If 18 students are added to each class, the ratio changes to this one. The total number of students in all the 3 classes in the beginning was, okay, they are not asking now, in the beginning how much they are asking, okay, in the beginning how much they are asking. So here the options are very close, I cannot go with the shortcut method. If the options are different, see 3 plus 13 is 16, 16 plus 6 is 22. So 22 is there here, 22 3 is 66, 22 4 is 88, 22 5 is 110, everything is in the multiple of 22. If only one option was in the multiple of 22, I would have gone directly like that. Now what I have to do, now see here, first class 3x I will take it, okay, this is 13x, this I will take it as 6x, okay. If I add 18, here also I should add 18, here also I should add 18, what I am getting? Some new value, here also I am getting some new value. What I am getting this will be 15y, this will be what? This will be 35y, okay, this will be equal to what? 21y. Now what I want is the value of x, okay. To get the value of x, I can solve these two equations, correct? I can solve these two equations. What is this? These two equations I can solve. So 3x plus 18 is equal to 15y, okay. Then 13x plus, what is this? Any simple equation I can take, correct? No, third one, this is easy, okay, this is easy, I can take that. So we can take this equation, so we can take 6x plus 18 is equal to 21y. So here 3x is there, here 6x is there, what I can do, I can multiply by 2. So this equation transforms into what? So 6x plus 36 is equal to 30y. So this cancel, this will be minus 18, this will be, what is this? Minus 9y. So y will be equal to what? Y will be equal to 2. 18 by 9 is 2. So if I put y is equal to 2 in any equation, 15 to 30, 30 minus 18 is 12. So 3x is equal to 12. So x will be equal to what? 12 by 3, that is x will be equal to 4. I got x value is equal to 4. Now in the beginning means what? Beginning means we are having the ratio, that is 3x is to 13x is to 6x. If I add this, I will get 22x. Okay, x value is what? 4. So 22 into 4, we will get it as what? 88. The answer is what? Option C. Understood? This is how you have to solve it. Yesterday also we solved one ratio based question. Today also ratio based question. Very important. Clear? You can have a look at the solution. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Got it? Okay. Next question. Ninth question. Okay, based on, what is it? This is based on data interpretation. So they have given the number of units of a product. Let me minimize this. Okay, I hope it is visible. Okay. Now see here what they are telling. They have given some relation. See here, you have to interpret this. Here year 1, year 2, year 3 is given. Okay, this is number of units, this is net profit. Okay, the number of units of a product sold in 3 different years and their respective net profits are presented in the figure above. Okay, the cost per unit in year 1 was, year 3 was 1, which was half of the cost per unit in year 2. Okay, the cost per unit in year 3 was 1/3 of the unit in year 1. So see here, let us write down year 1,
This tempo,
year 3. Cost per unit,
nothing but
cost. Okay, they are talking about year 3. Year 3, let us take it as 1. Okay, it is half of the what that is present in year 2. Half means this is 1, means this will become 2. Okay, and they are telling the cost per unit in year 3 was 1/3 of the cost per unit in 3. 1/3 of this. So year 3 is 1/3 of something. 1/3 of x is, let us take it as 3. This will become, so 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the taxes were paid on the selling price at 10%, 13%, 15% respectively. So this is what? 10% of SP. This is also, what is this? 13% of SP. This is what? 15% of SP. 15% on selling price tax. It is given like this. Now they are telling the net profit is calculated as the difference between net profit. Net profit, they have given the formula. Net profit is calculated as the difference between selling price, okay, selling price minus sum of the cost and taxes paid in the year. Sum of the cost plus taxes paid in the year. Taxes paid in the year is what? Tax is nothing but, okay, tax on selling price. Tax is given on what? It is given on selling price only. So for this, we have to find something. The ratio of selling price in year 2 to year 3. So that means we have to find selling price to year 2 to year 3. So first let us find the net profit. Okay, net profit in year 2 to year 3, correct? No. So year 2 what is the net profit? 296. 296 is equal to, we have to find out, minus cost is how much? Number of units is what? 200. 200 into cost is 2, correct? No, this will become 400. 400, correct? Tax on selling price, 13% of SP. 13% of SP is 13 by 100 means 0.13. 0.13 times SP. Okay, SP. So 296 is equal to P minus 400, 0.3 times SP. 296, if I bring it this side 400, this will become what? 696. So 696 is equal to SP minus 0.13 times SP means that is nothing but 0.13 times means this will become 1 minus 0.3 is 0.13 is 0.87. I can write this as what? 0.87 times SP. Okay, 0.87 times SP. So SP of what? Year 2. Let me write this year 2. Now SP2 will become what? 696 divided by 87 into 100. 87. Why? Because I converted the decimal to fraction. 87 into 100. Similarly, if I talk about SP3, net profit SP3 is, this is what? 210 is equal to what? Selling price minus cost. Cost is what? 300 into 1 is 300 itself. 300 plus what is this? Tax on selling price. The 15% of SP, that is 0.15 times SP. 0.15 times SP. This is what we have. Now 210 minus 300. If I bring it this side, this will become 510. SP minus 0.15 means this is 0.85 times SP. Okay, so SP3 will become what? SP3 will become 510 into 100 divided by 85. Okay, 85. They are asking the ratio of SP2 and SP3. Okay, SP2 and SP3. So ratio of SP2 by, that is SP2 by SP3, I have to do it. So SP2 is what? 696 by 87 into 100. This is what? 510 by 85 into 100. What I can do? 100 I can cancel. Okay, this is what? 85, not 88, 85. 510 and 696. So 85, 5 plus 1 6, 5 plus 8 13, 87. Okay, what we have to do? Now, if I do this further, 696 by 87, this will go up. This will be 85 divided by, what is this? 510. Okay, 85, 87, they are very close. I can cancel. Leave this. Okay, nothing. 696 and 510. 696 means I can take it as what? I can take it as, no. Take it as, see, let us see, it is divisible by 3. So 696 by 510. So this will be equal to what? 696 is there. So this will be what? 3 2s are 3 2s are 3 3s are 3 2s are. Okay, this will be 3 17s are 172 is 170 is there, 2 to 32. So this will be what? 2 1s are, okay, 2 1s are 116. This will be 2 8s are 16. This will be what? 85. Okay, 116 by 85. 116 by 85. Further can you do? So this is 85 is there, 116 is there. Okay, 116 by 85. So what I can do? This is definitely, it cannot be 1:1. It cannot be 1:2. It cannot be 1:2 because denominator is the smaller value. Here the denominator is the bigger value here. Only option is option here. Why? Because denominator is smaller value. Here 1:1 it cannot be. Here denominator is bigger value. Here denominator is bigger value. Here denominator is smaller value. So go with this option. No need to solve further. Got it? Here only you can end it actually. Denominator is smaller value, but here denominator is bigger value. So end it here. Go for the next question. No need to solve. So like this, use the common sense. It cannot be 1:1 and denominator cannot be. That is the SP3 cannot be the bigger value. SP3 is smaller value. That is option A is the right answer. Clear? Okay. All right. Let us move to the next question. I hope it is clear. Very simple. Just you have to calculate this. Okay. Everything they will not give it on a platter. You have to do it. This one. Okay. Next question. Very simple question. Don't leave such questions. So 6 students PQRS T and U with distinct heights compare their heights and make the following observations. They are telling S is taller than R. Okay. S is taller than R. Okay. S is taller than R. Okay. S is taller than R. S is taller than R. Okay. Okay. Q is shortest of all. Q is shortest of all means Q will come here. Q will come in the end. Okay. U is taller than only one student. U is taller than only one student means that will be Q. Okay. U will come here. T is taller than S. T is taller than S but not the tallest. T is taller than S, that means S is taller than R means T will come here, but not the tallest. So 5 persons are there, who is left out? P. P is left out. So this is the tallest, this is the shortest in this order. The board they are asking the number of students that are taller than R. The number of students that are taller than R. Okay, it is done. Last question. Okay, the number of students that are taller than R are how many? 3 are there. Okay, is the same as the number of students shorter than. After R, 3 students are there. Okay, shorter than R, how many are there? See, the number of students that are taller than R are 3. Then the number of students that are shorter should also be 3. Okay, shorter than R means taller than R are 3. Shorter than whom will give you 3? Taller than R are 3. Shorter than whom will give you 3? That is yes. Correct. So that is answer is option C. Got it? Like this you have to solve the question. Fine. We'll wind up now. Tomorrow we'll be doing 2022 PYQs. After that we'll end the PYQ sessions. Then important topics we'll be doing. After that from Monday onwards. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Let's wind up now. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be having 2020 session. Thank you. Please keep revising.